Hi lads, so welcome to the revision sheet solution for week 17. Okay, this was a tricky one because I took questions from the Leaving Cert 2020, so that's the Leaving Cert last year's lads would have done in November. Okay, so you just have a good idea of the level of the Leaving Cert higher level maths. It is challenging, but once you attempt everything and give it your best, we will all do fine. Okay, so how will you use this video? So have your own solution ready to go. If you don't have your solution done, then this video is pointless for you. You'll have to do it yourself first and use this video to correct. Okay, so have your own solution ready to go. Pause this video as you go along, correct your own, see where you went wrong, and that's how I'd like you to use it. Okay, so as I've said, pause and correct as we go along. Have your calculator, tables and highlighter ready to go. Okay, so let's go straight into it. So the first one, the diagram below shows two functions f of x and g of x. The function f of x is given by the formula, and I have it here. It's f of x is equal to x cubed plus kx squared plus 15x plus 8, where k is just an integer and x is a real number. Highlight your function. It is a cubic, max and min, so I'm thinking straight away calculus. Given that f dashed of 3 is equal to minus 12, show that k is equal to minus 9. So I have to show that. That is my answer. Okay, that is my answer. You can't start with that. They're giving you the answer and you have to show it. Where f dashed of 3 is the derivative. What am I thinking? dy dx, or f dashed of x, differentiate at x is equal to 3. So you differentiate, sub in that and put it equal to 12. So I'm starting off with my f of x is equal to x cubed plus kx squared plus 15x plus 8. That is your starting point. I've seen derivative, so I'm going to differentiate. F dashed of x is equal to 3x squared plus, so that comes down, so that's just a constant, 2kx plus 15. Okay, so that's f dashed of x. What's f dashed of 3? Well, everywhere I see an x, sub in a 3, so f dashed of 3 is 3 bracket 3 squared plus 2k with a 3 plus 15. What is f dashed of 3 equal to? They've told me it's equal to minus 12. So that's minus 12. So 3 squared is 9. 9 by 3 is 27. Plus 6k plus 15 is equal to minus 12. So that comes down to be 6k is equal to minus 54. K is equal to minus 9. Okay, so k is equal to minus 9. That's what they were looking for in that one. All right, and moving on to the next one. Okay, so lads, feel free to pause and correct your own work as we're going. Okay, the next one, the function g of x is the line that passes through the two turning points. So the turning points of this as shown on the previous page. Okay, so find the equation of a line. So the equation of a line is y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. And it passes through 2 points. So how do I get the turning points? How do I get the turning points? How do I get the max and min? Well, you should have gone to your notes and seen that that's my steps. So you do your get dy dx equals 0, solve, and then back to find y and say if it's a max or a min. Okay, so there are your steps. So the first thing I need to do is find dy dx. Okay, so that is 3x squared minus 18x plus 15. Put it equal to 0. Equals 0. Let's solve that. I'm going to divide across by 3 and I will have x squared minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. Solve that. You might use minus b formula. That is perfect. I am going to use, what are they called? Brackets. Okay. So I'm going to have minus and minus, x is equal to 5, x is equal to 1. So I dy dx equals 0. Solve. Back to the original now to find y. Okay, so I have two options for y. I could have, it could be 5 cubed minus 9 by a 5 squared plus 15 by a 5 plus 8, and that gets me minus 17. So the point then is 5 goes with minus 17. The other option then, So I'm going back to the original here. It's 1 cubed minus 9 by 1 squared plus 15 by 1 plus 8. And that gets me, what is it, 15. So I have 1 goes with 15. Okay, so now I have the point passes through these two. My line passes through these two. So first thing I need to do is get the slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. If we were in class now, I'd be asking you two things I need for the equation of a line, point and slope. I can use either one of these points, but I must find the slope as well. Labels, x1, y1, x2, y2. Subbing in. 15 minus 17 all over 1 take away 5 is equal to minus 8. This is the slope. Then I'm going to do my y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. I might use this one, 1 comma 15, as my x1, y1, because I just don't want to be dealing with negative numbers. Y minus 15 is equal to minus 8 and x minus 1. So that all works out to be y minus 15 is equal to minus 8, x plus 8. So bring that over there. I have 8x plus y minus 23 is equal to 0. As your final answer. Okay, so make sure you're pausing as you're going along. Show that the graph contains a point of inflection. At a point of inflection, so point of inflection, f double dash of x is equal to 0. Okay, and you get marks for writing that down. So that just has to be learnt. Okay, that just has to be learnt. So show that the graph of g of x contains the point of inflection. Let's find the point of inflection first. So we need to get the second derivative. So what is the first derivative? That was 3x squared minus 18x plus 15. How do I get the second derivative? Differentiate again. So I have 6x minus 18, okay, and put that equal to 0 and solve. 6x is 18, x is equal to 3. Now, so back into the original, find the y value. So I have 3 cubed minus 9 by a 3 squared plus 15 by a 3 plus 8 is equal to minus 1. So your point of inflection is 3 with a minus 1. Okay, so that is the point of inflection. Show that the line, so this one was the line. How do I show that a point is on a line? How do I show that a point is on a line? Sub it in. Sub it in. So sub this into this and it should work out. X plus y minus 23 is equal to 0. So 8 by 3 minus 1 minus 23 is equal to 0. 24 minus 24 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Make your conclusion. Therefore, point of inflection is on the line g of x. Okay, on to the next one. Excuse me. So, find the range of values of x for which this is less than or equal to 1. So, two things to do. Rearrange, square both sides. Okay, so rearrange and square both sides. Rearrange and square both sides. So get the modulus by itself on one side. So I'm going to have 2x plus 5. What will that become when it goes over? So it's less than or equal to 1. Now, square both sides. That will deal with your modulus. So modulus means we take the positive. But I'm just going to do it by squaring both sides. That becomes, so I know a lot of people in the class are doing it out the long way, so I'm going to do it out the long way for you as well, and 1 squared is just 1. So that's going to be 2x by 2x plus 5, plus 5 by 2x plus 5, and a minus 1 is less than or equal to 0. You can bring it back over. 4x squared plus 10x plus 10x plus 25 minus 1 is less than or equal to 0. 4x squared plus 20x plus 24 is less than or equal to 0. You can do the minus b formula from there, but you know me, I am going to divide by 4. X squared plus 5x plus 6 less than or equal to 0. And I'm going to go to brackets. So it could be 3 and 2 or 6 and 1. I'm going to go for 3 and 2 and plus and plus. So x is equal to 3. X is equal to, minus 3 and minus 2. Okay, next we have to sketch and test. Remember, you always have to do this if you have an inequality. Okay, so sketch, this is my -3 and this is my -2. What will I test it at? Anything in between the two of those. So test at x is equal to -2.5. Okay, so we always test it in the quadratic that you solved. So I'm going to test it, -2.5 squared plus 5 by -2.5 plus 6 is less than or equal to 0. So I get -1/4 is less than or equal to 0. I'm going to say that is true. If it's true, your answer is in here. How do I write that answer then for my full marks? -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to -2. Alright, okay, we'll carry on to the next one. Please pause, lads, and correct your own. Email me if you have any questions. I imagine that you had great fun with the next question. It is your statistics. And is this the last one I gave you? I have a feeling that it is, yeah. So you can see there that this question is 70 marks. Alright, this question is 70 marks, meaning how long would you spend on it? About 35 minutes, okay? Don't spend more than 35 minutes on this question. Okay, so let's read it. An airline company, Transky Airways, has designed an aptitude test for people applying for a job as a pilot. The aptitude test is scored out of 500 marks. The results are normally distributed. The mean is 280, standard deviation is 90. Okay? The top 25% of people taking the aptitude test are invited back for an interview. Find the minimum mark that you have to get. Okay, so it's the top 25% of people. Please have your log tables open. If you see normally distributed, lads, you should straight away be going up to 34, 35, 36 and 37, the Z scores. Okay, so it's normally distributed. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch what that looks like. What does a normal distribution look like? Okay, so I am doing like this. Okay, very nice. Where is 50% of the people? 50% of the people are to the left here, 50% to the right. Where are the top 25% of people? They are up here. So this is 0.25%. That means to the left of that is what? This is all 0.75. Okay, so this is 0.25 of the people, this is 0.75. What Z score is here? What Z score is there? So Z score. Okay, so what number I look up and it gives me, so remember your tables work to the left, so whatever I look up I will get 0.75 as an answer. Okay, so I'm looking up 0.75 here, so it's directly, so you see 0.7486 and 0.7517, in between the two of those it is 0.675 because it's in between the two of those. So this is 0.675 is that Z score. Okay, so when I do my x minus mu over sigma, my answer is 0.675. Notice, lads, this is a part A, the easy part. Okay, so whatever score, take away the mean above the standard deviation, gets me that. Make sure you do your sketch. Okay, so I have x, I don't know what that is, that's the one I'm looking for. This minus 280 all over 90 is equal to 0.675. Cross multiply that one up there, you get x minus 280 equals 60.75. X is equal to that, take away that, or sorry, you add them together, 340.75. So what is the minimum mark that I can get? Can I get 340 marks? No, that won't do. So minimum mark of 341. Minimum mark of 340.75, which is 341, presuming that they only do whole numbers. Okay, so make sure you're sketching it out. The next one. Anyone who scores above the 40th percentile can resit the test later. Eileen scored 260 marks in the test. Find out whether she's eligible to resit it or not. Okay, again, will you make sure that you're sketching it out? So we're sketching it out. So this is my halfway mark. So anyone who scores above the 40th percentile, where's the 40th percentile? It's just to the left here. So this is the 50th one. So this is the 40th one. So you've got 0.4 of the information is down there. All right. Again, I'm looking for this Z score. What is that Z score? Now, I don't know what that Z score is because my tables, I can own, like, they don't do negative numbers. That will be a minus something. But remember, it's symmetrical, so it's also mirrored whatever is up here. They are the same, except this is plus and this is minus. So this is 0.4. That means this is 0.1 and that's 0.1 as well. So I want to get this Z score. If I can get this Z score, then sure, I can just put a minus on front of it and it will be the same as that one. How much information is to the left of this one? 0.1 and 0.1 and 0.4. So it's 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So again, I go into my table, seeing what gives me a 0.6. So 0.6 is, again, I'd say it's in between these two numbers here. So it's 0.255. Yeah, so 0.255. So this is 0.255. What does that mean? This one is then minus 0.255 because they're symmetrical. All right, and it's pretty much the same as the last one. X minus mu over sigma is equal to minus 0.255 cross multiplying. So I have x, whatever I'm looking for, minus 280 over 90 is equal to minus 0.255. Cross multiplying, I get x minus 280 is equal to minus 22.95. So I have x is equal to 257.05. So the 40th percentile is 257.04. So what did she get? She got 260 marks. So do you think she's okay to resit it or not? Yes, she is, because anyone who got 258 or higher can resit. She got 260, so she can resit. She can resit the test. I'm actually going to break this into 2 videos because it's getting quite long, okay?